Your cat is sending signals. Every single day. Small ones. Quiet ones. A slow blink. A flick of the tail. A subtle shift in those whiskers you almost miss. On the surface, they feel tiny. But once you understand them, they become something else entirely. A system. A map of how your cat reads you. And how your bond is actually built. Most people never notice these signals. But the ones who do, they step into a different level of connection. They start seeing meaning in moments everyone else ignores. If you want to stay in that group, make sure you subscribe, because this is where those hidden signals start to make sense. Let's step into it. Number 1. Signals your cat builds specifically for you. A small meow can change the entire feel of a room. You hear it, and before you even think, you react. That's not accidental. That's design. Because your cat doesn't just make sounds. They shape them for you. Research by John Bradshaw and his team showed that cats adjust the pitch, rhythm, and length of their meows depending on how humans respond. One cat might use short, quick sounds when you're near their food. Another stretches out a longer, softer call when you slow down or change pace. These aren't random variations. They're learned patterns, built over time, specifically for you to understand. And here's the part most people never realize. Cats rarely use these kinds of meows with other cats. This is a language they reserve for humans. A custom communication system, designed around how you respond. But it doesn't stop with sound. Your cat is reading something else constantly. Your face. Because your species communicates visually. And your cat has adapted to that. A small change in your expression, a lifted eyebrow, a soft smile, can shift your cat's entire body language. Their ears adjust. Their posture relaxes. Studies show that cats observe human expressions in a way that mirrors how kittens watch their mothers. Learning, adapting, responding. Now think about your daily routine. The way you enter the room. The way your cat greets you at the door. The familiar loop around your legs. That moment they choose your lap. Not randomly, but at the exact time they feel safe. These patterns aren't coincidence. They're coded behavior, built through repetition, strengthened through trust. Take a second and picture one of those moments. You can see it clearly, because it happens more often than you think. And once you recognize these signals, you start to see something deeper. Not just behavior, but intention. Your cat actively shaping how it communicates with you. But there's another layer to this. One that doesn't come from sound or routine, but from something even more subtle. The way their tail moves. The moment you enter the room. A tail can slice the air like a paintbrush loaded with emotion, and the scene shifts before you take a step. That picture pulls you right back to the moment you walked through your door and saw your cat waiting. Your cat lifts the tail straight up with a tiny hook when the bond feels solid. Researchers traced this posture to survival instincts. A confident cat keeps the tail high so the body stays open and visible. Your cat chooses that shape for you because trust sits in that raised line. Your cat swings the tail in slow arcs. When irritation builds, or when anticipation rises, speed changes meaning. Direction shapes the rest. A low tail pulls everything inward. Your cat protects the stomach and spine when uncertainty grows or when discomfort pushes in. Your cat fires a quick vertical quiver during greetings with favored humans. Many owners describe it as a spark that flashes the moment connection flares. Picture your cat meeting you near the hallway. That greeting tells you the relationship stands strong. These patterns turn into a rhythm that leads straight into the next layer of signals. The eyes shift next, and those tiny movements change the entire mood. Number 3. Messages you only catch when you slow down. A single blink from your cat can shift the whole room. That small moment links straight back to the tail patterns you now recognize, and the eyes finish the message. The tail begins. Your cat uses slow blinks when the world feels safe. Behaviorists in shelter studies measured how eye shape changes when trust forms. Cats narrow the muscles around the eyes when the body settles and the heartbeat steadies. You create that state when you sit near them without pressure. A slow blink becomes a quiet signal that the bond holds firm. Your cat opens the eyes wide when alertness rises. Light floods the retina, and the brain prepares for quick decisions. You notice this during play or when a new sound bumps the routine. Half-littered eyes during petting tell you the body sinks into comfort. The shoulders drop, the whiskers soften, and the breathing evens. Your cat stares longer when tension builds or when play energy climbs. Context guides meaning. You may feel that moment in your chest before your mind names it. These IQs set the emotional tone of your connection. Touch steps in next, and the signals in that contact reveal who sits in your cat's inner circle. Number 4. Touch signals. Cats save for their inner circle. I catch myself smiling when a cat leans in with a quiet bump, because that moment reveals more than the blink or tail ever could. That feeling grows right out of the eye messages you noticed a moment ago. And touch completes the conversation. Your cat uses head bunting to mark you with scent from glands along the forehead and cheeks. Researchers mapped those glands years ago and linked the motion to group bonding. Your cat includes you in that group each time the head presses against your leg or hand. A gentle paw reach follows the same pattern. Your cat chooses you for attention and sets the request in a soft physical cue. Needing rises from early life. Kittens need their mother during feeding, and adults carry that memory into relationships with trusted humans. You feel the warmth in those tiny presses, and your cat settles into a version of comfort shaped during early development. A full body flop lands right in front of you during calm moments. The belly stays exposed, the spine stretches, and the body stays open. That vulnerable posture signals safety with you. These contact cues build a foundation that starts shaping sound next. And those vocal signals create an entire language your cat reserves for you. Number 5. Vocal signals. The human language cats build. Your cat speaks a custom dialect, and you shaped half the vocabulary without noticing. That claim lands with force because every sound your cat sends grows from the bond you've built through touch and daily contact. Your cat adjusts meows to match your reactions. Researchers studying feral groups heard almost no meows during cat-o interactions. The same researchers recorded long strings of sounds from cats living with humans. Owners create the feedback loop. You answer a higher pitch, so your cat leans toward that sound. You pause after a short chirp, so your cat uses chirps to guide your steps. Your cat uses trills to invite movement. Many owners hear that rolling sound near stairs or hallways during transition moments. Rumbles and low grumbles follow annoyance or complaint. These sounds rarely appear around unfamiliar people because they belong to established relationships. Breeds like Siamese take this even further. Genetic lines that favor vocal confidence create cats that build dense sound patterns. Owners often learn whole sequences the same way people learn melody and rhythm. Your cat sends sound before anything else. And those vocal cues slide right into the routines your cat builds around your schedule. The next layer hides inside those daily patterns. Number 6. Behavioral codes hidden in daily routines. A toy in the middle of your hallway can sit there like a tiny flag planted with purpose. That image lines up with the vocal patterns you heard a moment ago, and the routines show you the rest of the code. Your cat builds a morning pattern around your footsteps. The first stretch, the walk to the sink, the sound of food moving from bag to bowl. Researchers studying household cats saw clear cycles of attention that form around those moments. Your cat studies your movements and uses them to time requests, greetings, and calm periods. Your cat follows you from room to track shifts in pace. A slower pace invites rest. A faster pace signals transition. A placed toy near your path works as an invitation to engage. Many owners spot these toy drops near doors or couches, and each one carries meaning tied to the bond. Your cat grooms near you when peace settles. The sound of fur against tongue marks a secure state shaped by your presence. These patterns shape a shared rhythm that creates comfort for both sides. Misreads slip in sometimes, and the next layer clears up the moments that feel confusing. Number 7. Situations where signals get mismatched. You ever see your cat freeze mid-pet and wonder who changed the rules? That moment ties straight back to the daily patterns you noticed earlier. And the confusion grows when signals cross paths. Your cat lifts the back when tension builds. Many owners read that as a request for more contact. Then the SWAT arrives. Vets see this pattern when overstimulation rises in the skin. Nerve endings fire faster, and the body pushes for space. You stand close during those moments. So the misread lands on you. Your cat hides discomfort because that response kept outdoor cats safer. Predators pick the weaker body, so the species learned to mask pain. You might see smaller shifts that feel easy to miss: a tighter walk, a faster tail sweep, a different sleeping spot. Your cat swings a paw during mixed cues. Sound, movement, and touch overlap, and the body chooses a quick boundary. Routine changes push this further. A new work schedule, a new noise, or a shift in feeding time can scramble the pattern your cat trusts. These mismatches show you where the shared system bends. The next step builds the signals that bring the rhythm back into focus. Number 8. Building your own shared signal system. A single routine can shape an entire relationship. That claim hits with weight because you've seen small habits turn into meaningful rituals. And those rituals steady everything that felt tangled a moment ago. You hold the power to build signals your cat trusts. A steady greeting cue forms the anchor. You step into a room, lower your shoulders, soften your voice, and your cat links that pattern with safety. Behavior teams studying human-animal bonds watched owners use the same greeting each morning, and the cats in those homes settled faster. You match your pace to your cat's comfort. A slower hand invites contact. A still posture creates space. Your cat reads those adjustments through every muscle shift. You build predictable feeding and play cycles. Regular structure lowers cortisol, the hormone that rises during uncertainty. Lower cortisol creates room for connection. You answer soft signals before tension climbs. A quick ear turn, a small tail shift, or a tiny head lean from your cat can invite you into smoother moments. You can try one thing today. Mirror one signal your cat sends. A blink, a stretch, a slow approach. Watch the reaction, then carry that small win into the next layer of your communication, waiting right around the corner. A doorway greeting can feel like a tiny sunrise when your cat steps into it. That picture links back to the signal you mirrored a moment ago, and the entire system comes into focus once you see how every cue fits together. Your cat builds a personal dialect over time. One cat uses a single chirp near the couch to call you in. Another places a toy beside your shoe before sleep. These moments grow out of the trust you shaped through pace, sound, touch, and routine. Researchers studying long-term bonds between owners and cats tracked how each pair develops patterns that look unique from the outside. You see it each day without naming it. Your next greeting from your cat will carry details you may not have noticed before. A tail lift, a pause in the doorway, a blink that settles the space around both of you. Let that moment land. Let it show you the connection you built piece by piece. You can share that signal with this community. Drop one cue your cat uses that feels personal or rare. Someone out there will recognize it, and you'll help another owner read their own cat with new,